Welcome to LNN, your literary news network. When it comes to news, we've got you covered. With your hosts, Hermione Granger and Huck Finn.
Welcome to LNN at 5. I'm Hermione Granger.
And I'm Huck Finn. Let's stroll right into our local news. Our dear neighbor and writer, Roxanne Gay, has won a big old award.
Yes, Gay, one of the strongest voices in contemporary American literature, has received the Paul Engle Prize, presented by the Iowa City UNESCO City of Literature organization, which includes a one-of-a-kind work of art and $10,000.
10,000 big ones? Heck, for that much money, I could write a book. I'd call it Huck's Book. Catchy, ain't it?
Very. Now on to our next chapter, national news. Sadly, it is being reported that few people take the opportunity to open a book these days.
That's because the internet has all the answers.
Please refrain from ever saying that again.
Okay, whatever you say, Hermione.
I knew you had some promise, Huck. Just like the city of Atlanta has found promise in little free libraries.
Little free what?
Lately, Atlanta, Georgia has seen a rise in little free libraries in their area. These petite libraries come from a network of people who place stands in their yards shelved with books for the taking.
You mean I can just take a book, like steal it?
No, Huck. If you take a book, you have to leave a book.
Well, what's the fun in that?
I think it's a brilliant idea. I would never be without a book again.
Hermione, where are you going? Well, I guess we'll see here later. Now it's time for today's top international news story with Peter Pan. Well, golly, he's gone too. I guess it's true what they say. He really is a lost boy. So how about a word from our sponsors?
There's an awful lot you can tell about a person by their shoes, where they've been, where they're going. A while ago, I woke up one day and decided to go for a run. From the plains to the desert and then to the mountains, I ran everywhere. My mama said my shoes were magic shoes, that they could take me anywhere. Hi, I'm Forrest Gump, and I'm legally obliged to say that when I run with Nike.
Welcome back to LNN. The lost boy has been found. Let's fly to international news.
Sorry I'm late. I got stuck in traffic. Some idiot was running down the middle of the street in khakis.
But you're Peter Pan. Why didn't you just fly?
Well, Tinkerbell and I are kind of going through a rough patch right now, so I'm a little low on pixie dust.
I'm sorry to hear that. Let's focus on something more positive.
Shakespeare's making a comeback. Rafiq Shanan from the Muslim Times has noted that reading Shakespeare may actually slow the fighting in the Middle East. According to Shanan, reading Shakespeare's plays may help his brothers connect to the rest of the globe. People in general would do well to find stories that would teach them to get along with each other, even those with different opinions, like me and Hook.
I guess that's good advice for all of us. It's now time to dive into the world of sports with our LNN Short Sport Report led by... Oh, Huck, did you have any luck acquiring a replacement?
Sure did, Hermione, and you'll be so proud. I found Home Caulfield from everybody's favorite baseball store, The Catcher in the Rye.
Huck, that book is not about baseball.
It's not?
Today's sports story is all about the Baltimore Ravens, the team named for Edgar Allan Poe's famous poem, The Raven. It's a little twisted, but Baltimore relishes the underdog role, so there should be plenty of delight today because 31 of the 47 NFL pundits predict the Ravens' loss against their rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers, this weekend. Head coach John Harbaugh had this to say about their upcoming game.
They're a great group of guys that can accomplish anything they put their minds to.
When asked if he expected his team to lose any more regular season games, quoth the Ravens coach,
Nevermore.
I see what you did there. I'm supposed to be the clever one.
Back to you, Hermione.
Let's take a quick commercial break so I can recover from that disgusting display of indecency.
Mwahahaha. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down.
Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin.
If you're a big bad wolf, you blow pigs' houses down. It's what you do. If you're a smart piggy, you have Pork Brothers house insurance. It's what you do.
Welcome back to LNN, y'all. Let's lighten the mood even more with another riveting review with Miss Havisham and her award-winning segment, Great Adaptations.
On this day of the year, long before you were born, this heap of decay was brought here. It and I have rotted away together, and the mice have gnawed at it, and sharper teeth than teeth mice have gnawed at me.
That's lovely, Miss Havisham. But do you have your latest review of a popular book-to-movie adaptation?
Yes, my dear, today we are evaluating The Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games? What kind of name is that?
The perfect name for such a series. Now quit interrupting, you little twit!
Yes, ma'am.
I only recently discovered that this glorious trilogy of literature focused on death, violence, and revenge had been turned into a series of films. While I tore through Suzanne Collins' books, the films were quite drab. Instead of highlighting the bloodthirsty, vengeful fight to the death sequences that gave this series its namesake, the films chose to instead focus on the unrealistic love narrative of Gail and Peter vying for the love and attention of Miss Katniss Everdeen. Katniss and everyone in our LNN audience, this is a work of fiction. No man will ever love you, nonetheless two at the same time. Love is not real. Love is a sham. Love is dead.
She may be scarier than Voldemort and Dolores Umbridge combined.
Shoot, forget that. She's scarier than Tom's off Polly and her Sunday best.
Now for collaborative cooking with Paul Bunyan and the Lorax.
Woo-wee, I can smell it from here.
I speak for the trees.
And I cut them down.
While we have our philosophical differences,
We can all agree on one thing.
Good food.
For today's meal, we'll be making pancakes. Lumberjack pancakes.
Before you prepare your food, you want to get your stove nice and hot, eh?
Now let's crack some eggs.
Now open the box and pour my special Paul Bunyan brand pancake mix into the bowl and stir really well, eh?
Now, pour the mix into the pan.
Oh, that's sawdust, don't you know? Made from the best eastern white pine.
Add some syrup and cut your pancakes into bite-sized pieces. Wait, there's sawdust in these?
I'm so hungry, I hope this broadcast ends real soon. But first, let's take a peek at the weather, straight from the Farmer's Almanac.
Thanks, Huck. It's the Frizz here with my trusty lizard Liz. The weather this week is a doozy. Although the sun will be bright in the sky tomorrow, expect temperatures as cold as Miss Havisham's heart later this week, with winds as dry as Aunt Polly's fruitcake by the weekend. Next week, the weather takes an unexpected turn as atmospheric water vapor, frozen into ice crystals or snow, falls from the sky every day. I can already see my weather pattern field trip coming together. That's all for your 2-week weather foreshadow. No matter the weather, remember to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy.
And so ends our broadcast.
Tune in tomorrow at 5 o'clock as we uncover yet another chapter of literary news.
This is the Literary News Network. Remember, literature is the art of discovering something extraordinary about ordinary people.
Yeah, what she said. And, don't read and drive.
Good point, Huck. Very insightful.
Thanks, Hermione. This has been a real good time.
It sure has.
Can I get something to eat now?
Sure.
I'm in heaven.
At least one of us is. Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow.